Decoding Rumi. Rumi once said, "Get yourself out of the way and let joy have more space." What do we understand by this? What is joy? Happiness. It's a feeling, it's a state where you feel good, where you feel nice. It is not something, it is not a state of suffering. So, if you want to have this joy and experience joy in life, Rumi tells us that there's nobody out there who's stopping you from experiencing joy but yourself. He says, get out of your way, get yourself out of the way. Now, who is this yourself? Why would you sabotage yourself? And why don't you give space for joy? Think about it for a moment. What is it that is stopping you? Because you see, Viktor Frankl, in one of his books, a book that I strongly recommend people to read, Man in Search of Meaning, he says that, I'm paraphrasing him, he says that there is one last freedom that people cannot take away, or, there's one last freedom that nobody can take away from you. And that is the freedom to choose. At the end of the day, you have the freedom to choose your attitude, your state of being. Because when I tell people, or when somewhere people learn that they are their biggest obstacles, they disagree. They say things like, no, it's my mother. No, it's my ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or my husband or my wife or my children. They are in my way. They are between me and the joy. And that is why there's no space for joy in my life. But when you look at the wisdom of Rumi here, he says, get yourself out of the way. It doesn't say get your mama out of the way, get your wife, get your husband, get your boss out of the way, get your clients out of the way, and let joy have more space. No, 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 no. This is an age-old wisdom. And the moment you understand this, you would see yourself heal within. It is you. Because you see, Viktor Frankl, again, going back to Viktor Frankl, he was tortured in the Nazi camps during the Hitler's regime. And I think you already know the way Jews were treated, the torture, the horrors. Humans degraded themselves by committing such heinous crimes against other humans. So while in the concentration camp, Viktor Frankl had nothing to feel happy about. But then this realization, this moment of enlightenment that he had, that nobody else is responsible for your joy, for your happiness, it is you, because that is the last of all the freedoms that you have, that is the freedom to choose your state no matter what the circumstance. So why don't you heed Rumi's advice? Let's listen to Rumi and get out of our ways and give some space to joy, to happiness. For how long would you stay in your own prison, in your own routines that you have created for yourself? For how long will you delay feeling the joy? So get out. Get yourself out. If you're wondering how to do that, then you need to really understand what you are made up of. Your thoughts, your opinions, what do you think about yourself, what do you think about others, what do you think about wealth, what do you think about poverty, what do you think about the world? You're thinking, your thoughts. You're also made up of your thoughts. You're made of these thoughts. But then you're not your thoughts. If you were your thoughts, then you would have been born with these thoughts, right? You were an empty slate. See, you were born with these eyes. You were born with the nose. but you weren't born with the thoughts. So why own them, especially when those thoughts are debilitating, negative? Your self-talk is negative, when it pulls you down, when it makes you feel lonely, depressed, when it doesn't allow you to have and experience the joy. Why would you do that to yourself? Do yourself a favor. Stop listening to those negative thoughts inside. Be a witness. The moment you do that, you get out of your way and you will experience joy that's already there. You would give more room, more space to joy. That is what I think Rumi meant. I hope you like this episode. If it has helped you, please go ahead, share it with joy. And you can also check my podcast and my other channels out. Stay in touch, and I'll see you in another episode. You were listening to MD Ahmed, the founder of fuelforsuccess.com. That's another role that I play in life. I'll see you soon.